We don't have convictions, so what you doing here? That's an inside joke. But yeah.
Go on, mute ya, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, mute ya, star. Only per pressure, I'm a corner. One time it hard to carry on. You no need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt, but the journey so far.
Wagwan Success family, hope everyone is doing alright. If you're new to the channel, welcome and make sure to subscribe to get all our latest videos. Like this video so we can continue to drop more contents like this one. Alright, so today I want to talk about Vybz Kartel and his lawyer Isat Buchanan. And Isat Buchanan did an interview with The Fix, and this is my breakdown of the interview.
The Privy Council, they quashed the conviction. Them threw it out, dash it away. Let Kartel and Sean Storm and Kiera Jones and Andre St. John, I saw them and they was like, we don't have convictions, so what you doing here? That's an inside joke.
Quashing conviction by the Privy Council. So Isat Buchanan shared the significant legal victory achieved by Vybz Kartel and his co-defendants in the UK because the Privy Council had overturned their conviction. He also shared a funny moment from his prison visit to Vybz Kartel, Sean Storm, Kiera Jones and Andre St. John, where they told him they do not have a conviction. So what are you doing here? You see me? Which of course is an inside joke. So basically everyone is happy with the work that Isat Buchanan put in and the entire team, and now they wait the next step after fighting a relentless legal battle.
So would he be then released on time serve, or would it?
No. He's not. There's no time. In fact, there's a nice thing in the order when the king signed it that says pay the man them money for their legal fees that they wasted. So it's a matter for the public if you want to use the taxpayers' money and your KFC money to pay to see another trial so that defense lawyers and prosecutors can dress up every day and get a lot of media attention.
This is very interesting to me because this part is about the compensation and legal fees, where Isat Buchanan provided us with new information about what it means of the overturning of Vybz Kartel conviction, explaining that Vybz Kartel and his co-defendants wouldn't be released on a basis of time served. Instead, he highlighted the forthcoming compensation from Jamaica to cover the legal fees incurred by the defendants. Isat outlines the potential financial implication for taxpayers, which would mean the Jamaican government will have to use your money to pay back Vybz Kartel for all the time him served and all of the legal fees it cost him, the millions of dollars that it cost him for legal fees. You Jamaican people, taxpaying people, will now have to pay back Vybz Kartel for that time, which is the government using your money, taxpayers' money, to now pay back Vybz Kartel for all of those fees, right? And that is a separate thing of Vybz Kartel possibly suing the Jamaican government, which I do not think they will do at this time.
This set a precedent, say, if a lawyer case I go back, them can just introduce like, a tainted juror, bribe and say, and get bribe out. Oh, look.
Even if that law was in place in Jamaica, it still would not have applied to the cartel matter. The Privy Council has made it clear that when it comes to the defendants in this matter, Kartel and others, there's no evidence that they tampered with the jury.
All right, so the tainted juror allegations, and this is one I see a lot of people talking about in the comment section. I see Footer Hype talking about it, and so addressing Nara's speculative comment about inserting a tainted juror, Isat delved into the legal complexities surrounding such a scenario. He basically emphasized that even if relevant laws were placed, they wouldn't be applicable to Vybz Kartel case, which means if the justice system had amended the same law that they're now talking about, that, the accused cannot benefit from jury tampering and stuff like that. So if that law was actually in place before this situation took place, it will not be applied to Vybz Kartel case. The Privy Council made it clear that there is no evidence suggesting that Vybz Kartel and his team had anything to do with the tainted juror. So there's no evidence suggesting that, and they cannot prove it. So all this talk about who is responsible for the jury being compromised need to stop and focus on things that we know for a fact.
Our very erudite former prime minister, PJ Patterson says nothing new under the sun. And he put out a press release just today. And he said in 1983, Michael Manley and the Gleaner Company was a lawsuit where the jury had to be discharged, and Justice Zaka says once there's a poison, you have to discharge and start over.
Yeah.
So as for former Prime Minister PJ Patterson's statement, Isat referenced the statement made by PJ Patterson regarding historical jury issues. He highlighted the importance of upholding fair trial rights between past legal challenges and the current case. It's important to restart proceedings if compromised, basically echoing PJ Patterson's sentiments.
What is clear from the judgment is that you have no opportunity to negotiate fair trial right. You cannot gamble a person's constitutional right. You cannot gamble due process. That's a fair hearing by an impartial jury within a reasonable time. There's no question.
This is the most important one for me, and this should be the most important one, and that is protection of constitutional rights, because the DPP spoke about this and that, why they never wanted to get rid of the jury. But this is what the man said. The man said the fundamental principles of fair trial rights and due process is and should be the utmost importance. That's non-negotiable. So he reiterated the Privy Council stance on safeguarding constitutional rights, Vybz Kartel constitutional right, stressing the impossibility of gambling with these rights. You cannot gamble with people's freedom. So Isat remarks highlighted the gravity of ensuring a fair and impartial legal process. Paula Llewellyn afi go down today. Mama too bright man, you cannot tell we say you advise the judge to continue with the tainted jury pool just because you are looking at this. You are looking at the length of the trial, and you are looking at other things that you said cannot be spoken into the public domain. Like what? No, you cannot do that. We have rights, and you cannot gamble the man freedom based on these other things.
The court is going to decide whether, if at all, they can order a retrial. So the question that should flow is, why can't they order a retrial using the Constitution? And that's why I said the question to ask, if at all. There are several issues. Availability of witnesses. Is the witnesses available?
Right.
And we're not just talking about the material witness. We're talking about officers who have retired, whatever. And then what of the evidence?
Right, the preservation of evidence.
What about publicity? What about the prospects of having a fair hearing?
That was
Alright, so Court of Appeal decision on retrial. So Isat discussed the Court of Appeal's pivotal role in determining the possibility of a retrial. He raised many concerns regarding witness availability, evidence integrity, publicity, and the difficulty of ensuring a fair hearing. Isat analysis shed light on the complexities and challenges associated with a potential retrial proceedings. So he's basically saying it will be impossible for a retrial to take place with these many questions that will have to be raised, right? The difficulty of ensuring a fair hearing with everybody knowing about the case and have them opinion of the case, and the case being so big, and availability of witnesses. And he's not just talking about we are the witness that was in the case, but also, you know, other witnesses like the police and so on and so forth.